Okay, so tip number one is you want to always have two ways of fighting. And what I mean is, you can see the opponent, he's going to come at you, you're going to try something first, like, just hitting them, right? See what they do, react, and if they know how to fight against your first way of fighting, you want to switch to your other way. So, for example, I have two ways of fighting. One way, I just back up like this, and if they get too close, I just heavy punch, because I'm a counter user. And there's another way, I just go close, and I can fight up like this as well. So, they're coming at me, just, dodge, hit, You get my point, I think. So, yeah, you just want to make sure you always have two ways, because if your opponent can adapt to the first way you're fighting, you always have backup, and they're going to have to react, and it's going to take a little bit, and you can just kind of switch in between, kind of like what I'm doing. And another thing is that you want to know how the game mechanic works. This is kind of a tip number 1.5, but so you want to know how the game mechanic works. You can see that you have a health bar on the top screen, but when you punch them with the normal light, there's a dark red health bar that appears, and they're regenerating. Now, they can only regenerate how much that dark red health bar is, and you can stop them from regenerating if you M2. And so, for example, look, I hit them once, they can regenerate that. Now I hit them again with an M2, they can no longer regenerate. Oh, this guy just reset. Okay, tip number 2 is you want to dodge more than block. So, for example, you see I'm blocking right now because I have to. You don't want to block because you want to, okay? You want to block because you have to. Usually, you just want to dodge, and how you dodge is you're close, you have to press spacebar, which is how you dash. No, I'm pretty sure you got that. And so, all you have to, look, my example is, you see, dodging is better because you won't take any chip damage, and you have a chance to get like this perfect dodge, which everything goes in slow-mo, and you can land an M2. Okay, by the way, when you're in slow-mo, never go for lights. You always want a heavy once. Sorry, it's a bit difficult for me to fight while I'm talking. You see this? You want a heavy. Yeah, just like, actually, I don't know if he heavy or not. I think he did though. Okay. Look, spam right click, heavy. And the reason why is because you don't want them to have a red health bar. They're just going to regenerate, and you just wasted that perfect dodge. You know? Let me just finish up this match. Okay. Alright. You can see I'm not blocking much. You only want to block if you're getting forced to. And my example is, if you're getting, like, if they're just spamming M1 like this, you want to start blocking. Because, at one point, they're either going to stop, or they're going to do an M2. And if they do an M2, all you have to do is stop blocking and dodge. So, for example, look, I'll block. He's going to start M1ing, weave, just like that. And, yeah, just dodge. You only want to block if you're being forced to. For example, if they land the first hit, you just want to block. Alright, so tip number 3 is that you want to have a fighting style you feel comfortable with. So, you can see that I'm using counter. This is only a rare. And, of course, there's Hitman and stuff, as well as Slugger, and those are legendary, and you're like, man, I want a legendary, because legendary seems cool. Now, you want to find your favorite fighting style. Now, I don't really suggest anything in the uncommon sections, but you might like them, maybe. Now, I'll go over like a brief, brief summary of what you should do for each style. Counter, the one I'm using, is you just want to play kind of safe, defensive. You want to like kind of be back and then come up and fight. You want, it's kind of, yeah, exactly what this is. Precision beats power, timing beats speed. Okay. And now for Trickster, as a Trickster, you want to kind of be up in their face, and you kind of want to just, dodge a bunch. And yeah, for Corkscrew, I'm not sure. I haven't tried it out. Sorry. Ippo style, you see, Ippo style, it's strong and for some people, but also weak for some. What I mean is, Ippo's punches are really fast, and they do good damage, but it feels different for some people. Like, I don't like using Ippo because I like the feel of counter better. Hitman style, you want to play a little distant because you have really good range. Slugger, I don't recommend Slugger at all. Slugger, I don't know why they put it in Legendary, it's kind of trash. It just looks cool. But, I should probably suggest that Slugger goes in Mythic. But yeah, you just want to find the one that suits you. Find the style that suits you. So, counter is mine because I like standing back, playing defensive, and just hitting with a truckload of damage. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Boy, you get... Alright, so tip number 4 is a don't do, okay? You don't want to do this. So, there's a lot of beginners who like to dash forward and then right hook. That is extremely predictable. So, look, here, I'll show you an example on this guy. I'll hit him. Okay, look, if I dash forward and hit, alright, maybe this guy's a noob. Okay, but if I dash forward and hit like this, you can easily dodge it. And, oh, this guy's behind the test. Okay, okay, you do not want to dash forward and hit with your heavy, because first of all, your opponent can see it from a mile away if you dash and then try to hit. Okay, look, just look at this. Do you see how slow this is? And I see a lot of people doing this, so don't do that, okay? It's bad. You're gonna lose like all your matches. Alright, that's tip number 4. Okay, so tip number 5 is how do you land your ultimate, the Q button. So this is hard to land because it has a huge wind up and you can see it. So you just gotta block. That's how you stop it. You just gotta block. But so how do you exactly land it if you're trying to? Now I found. Wow, this guy just stuck. I found the best way of doing this for me is if somebody tries to hit me like that, I'll try to hit them. And okay, sorry, wrong example. So if somebody's coming up to me and they're blocking, I try to hit, and then because they're blocking, they're gonna just the block will get hit, and then they will try to hit. This is where I'll dash back on. I might be able to show you guys. Oh, I was already low. Alright, but what I mean is I will dash back and then they're going to try to chase you, so you click Q. Now this doesn't always work because they might not try to chase you. If you can kind of tell by their playstyle, if they're like a really aggressive player, yeah, they're gonna try to go like and hit you. Now, because you know this, I told you not to do. Don't do that. It's really bad. They're gonna probably do something like this because you already click Q the second you dash back like that. You already click Q. The windup is gonna be short enough to hit them while they dash forward, and it's gonna essentially just become a counter punch, which is your ultimate. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to get you. I'm gonna try to show you guys. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to get one this match. I'll try though. Okay. I'm pretty sure this guy's using. Actually, I can't tell. Might be. I just need to see his heavy. Because I'm pretty sure Epos is like a liver below. I'm not. I forgot though. I have bad memory. Oh, I'll also give you guys a bonus tip that I forgot to. Yeah, I just want to keep it at 5, so I just kind of just be a bonus tip. So, if they're low and they're holding block, all you have to do is just keep spamming heavy like what I'm doing. I'm talking like a small sliver, because your chip damage is gonna be enough to kill them. So, I don't know if I can get you an example of this match, but I'll try. You see they're blocking. They're not low though. I mean like really low. Like maybe like 2 more punches can. I mean not 2, but decent amount. All right, like right there. You see it's my opponent's health. About that much. They're starting to block. All you have to do is just hit him. Oh. All right. Well, he wasn't blocking, but if he was, you just gotta like spam left click, or just keep right clicking. I don't suggest left clicking because he left. I don't suggest left clicking because it's gonna use more stamina. If you just spam right click, you're gonna regen it while you're hitting. If you spam left click, you see you don't. And your right click does more damage to block. So I suggest just spamming right click if they're just holding F and they're really low, because it's gonna do enough chip damage to kill them.